This is Wilbur, and we're playing Mechabellum. Hey, this is Wilbur back. We got a replay review up against C. Mully here, who is grabbing the quick supply specialist with the Hound and the Steel Ball. And I'll be taking the training specialist with the Fang, or the Crawler, and the Stormcaller. I've been really liking training specialist because it usually, I mean, maybe not every game, but maybe every other game, as training specialist, you do get the enhancement modules, so you can go ahead and, you know, level sell, make money, do a lot of crazy plays with intensive training and the enhanced mod. But this game, that doesn't happen, but we do get some really unhinged gameplay from myself. We'll get into it in a minute. Right now, I think the quick supply specialist is a little bit overpowered. It just has so much flexibility with the free unlocking 200 cost units nowadays, so you usually get 2 different threats round 1. But C. Mully opting just to grab a bunch of hounds with his steel balls. And since I thought, okay, there's a chance that he doesn't have air this round, so I'm just going to go with the Cheese Phoenix, because the training specialist also gives you 50 free bucks on the round 1. So I got the Phoenix, spent the $200, unlocked the Phoenix, but we get the Hot Dog, as the community has lovingly decided to name the Incendiary Bomb Hound, round 1. So all of my crawlers getting absolutely destroyed, and just my Stormcallers are left. And they also don't have much of a chance against the fire and the hounds and the remaining steel balls. But since I had the Cheese Phoenix round 1, I don't lose the round, and maintain a little bit of tempo here, not just giving the game over completely to C. Mully here. So that was the idea of grabbing these Phoenixes, make him have a little bit of respect for the air game. So we'll probably see something next round to answer these Phoenixes. Into round 2, we get the Assault Stormcaller card, which is what I end up taking here. It gives 300% increased HP, as well as 5% movement speed, all at the decreased range of 300. I thought this was a pretty good card. This game, I was debating on whether or not to go Shield Drop, because Shield Drop is also absolutely fantastic in the beginning of the game. You get a lot of uses out of it. Grabbing the Sledgehammer to try to save my Crawlers here. Why I do this is so that these firebombs kind of target the sledges here instead of the crawlers, so we still have these lanes for the crawlers to get through, as you can see here, providing some chaff for my Stormcallers that are now the assault mode. So up to almost 5,000 HP. If you look at the Sledgehammer, it's actually more than the Sledgehammer on a level 1, so pretty tanky Stormcallers, taking 2 marksman shots to fall. See this fire here taking care of that hound for me, and then there's 1 more marksman to go. Watch the Stormcallers take this tower and then turn to finish off the marksman. So the other reason why I wanted to go assault mode was because the Hot Dog Fire is pretty effective against the traditional Stormcaller, but the assault mode, with all that HP, that fire is not going to easily burn through those Stormcallers. So this round I had a hard time deciding between the Scorpion and the Wasp. The Scorpion's really good against hounds. I was kind of expecting my opponent to grab the Scorpion here because I had the sledges up front, but I'm going to go for Wasp gaming here and go for some Tower sniping. C. Mully adding the marksman last round and then ranging them this round to help address the Phoenix and these Sledgehammers. I'm going to add a Crawler up here on the top right to pull any chaff that ended up getting deployed last round away from my Wasp that are trying to get into this tower as soon as possible. We do add 1 more Crawler in the back for some late chaff. There is that flanking Crawler. This is a classic play. If there's anything in this back quadrant, it's going to get pulled to those Crawlers. So if you do a corner flank or a mobile beacon, all those units will be distracted long enough for your corner flank Wasp to get in. So these are level 3 Wasp. They do a lot of damage quickly, so they are very efficient at taking those towers. I did level the assault mode Stormcaller over here, now up to almost 10,000 HP. So into round 4, we get a Wasp Swarm and a Rhino Assault. Deployment module was tempting here as well. I could have used deployment mod to move this wasp around, but I ended up just grabbing the jump drive because I think I'm going to go into more wasps this game. I end up dropping the rhino over here and then grabbing that jump drive, adding a second wasp now to this side to eat any missile that gets played. Wasp swarm coming down in the center here. I think Steve only thought I was going to try the center wasp swarm here, but I end up going for the rhino. I think the rhino is a little bit more tanky. Wasp swarm is great if your opponent doesn't have an answer, but there's already 4 marksmen down. And the chances are that my opponent's definitely going to get Mustangs this game. I think C-Molly is kind of set up for kind of this defense style with the Scorpions being the main DPS and the Chaff getting burnt up by these hounds for the Chaff clear. Kind of committing to this left side a bit. I add another Assault Stormcaller over here. Kind of starting to build a little bit of a symmetrical board. I do level these sledges to provide a little bit more tankiness to the front line. And we're going to get another tower snipe. The rhino distracting those Mustangs from taking out my Wasps. Assault mode Stormcaller is doing a decent job of taking care of the Scorpions here. You can see some pretty good damage numbers coming up on that blue Stormcaller. And our Phoenix also is doing a pretty respectable job, even though it's level 1. In round 5, we get a bunch of steel balls. C-Molly and I myself both click it. I was debating on whether or not to do flanking Vulcan or a flanking Typhoon. A flanking Typhoon up here or Vulcan would do a lot of work against the backline Mustangs, but I was worried about the steel ball just being the instant answer given to him on that round, so I ended up going the steel balls myself. And I do run armor, so I can always grab the armor tech to make them a little bit more tanky into the Mustangs and those hot dogs. I put one in the back here to kind of bolster my weak side a little bit, but sticking to the left side, I upgrade my Wasp to level 3 and 4 and do the intensive training on the level 2 Wasp. I do level this weak side tower as well as the Stormcaller that's over there. C-Molly investing in a triple bubble this round to try to stop all of the shenanigans with the Wasp, but the Stormcallers are going to do a good job of popping those bubbles. Another Stormcaller comes down this left side, as well as 2 of those steel balls, adding 2 groups of fangs to the flank, or crawlers to the flanks to help distract units. Look at those Mustangs taking a lot of time to get through those crawlers. This tower is going to go down to the steel balls and our flanking, our mobile beacon Wasps. A lot of Mustangs starting to pile up here for C-Molly. Our Wasps probably are going to have a hard time breaking in from now on. There's just a lot of Wasps down, and I don't have a great answer for them. Or a lot of Mustangs down, and I don't have a great answer for the Mustangs on my board. I don't have any fire, I don't have any Vulcans. Also, nothing like the Wraith with armor right now. But C-Molly taken dangerously low to 939. I grabbed the improved firepower here. It's a great card for the high-level Wasp. C-Molly going for the Rhino Assault, looking to pop the units right here with the Goomba Stomp, classic use of the Rhino Drop. Oil coming down as well to slow the advance of the units on the left. Both of us are grabbing the rapid resupply, realizing this might be the last round. We got to start grabbing every resource we can. More bubbles coming down. I deploy, I believe I think these are my missiles. I'm trying to pop both of these hounds so I can get to that tower a little bit quicker. Adding a third Wasp now to the Wasp squad. Putting down an anti-missile device to destroy any missile that tries to destroy my Wasps here. And a late Mustang pack. Help clear chaff. So let's see how this one goes with the oil round from C-Molly. So both those hounds going down to the missiles. Fire is ignited from the incendiary bomb of the hound, but it looks like we are going to get onto that tower again very quickly. Now our Wasps are doing 1,373 damage per shot with the damage item. On the right side, our units are kind of holding on long enough for our Wasp to arrive. Our assault mode Stormcallers holding it down with that high HP pool. There goes the other tower. And another round to Wilbur. We have Incendiary Bomb and an Electromagnetic Blast come up. Incendiary Bomb is pretty good, but my opponent's been doing so many shields that I'm going to go for the EMP Blast here. I think another option might have been the Portable Shield on one of those Wasp packs. I did have a level 3 guy over here. Thinking that my opponent's going to EMP Blast this side, I am going to do a big side swap here with the Wasps. Going for a Steel Ball pack and the Crawler pack over here, hoping that the Crawler pack is going to eat the Scorpion shot and that the Steel Balls will be able to tank for the Wasps that are going to come in over here and hopefully get to the tower. There was a few more units on this left side. There's a backline Scorpion over here as well. But I think one of the problems with this flank attempt was I did have just one flanking Crawler here. Maybe if I had another one here to distract the Scorpion a bit. But you can see the prediction was right. The Firebomb did come down here. Added a bubble over here to protect my squads a little bit more. But we are going to see the Hero Missile here absolutely obliterating all of my Wasps. So this round is not going to be the finisher here. And maybe C-Molly is going to start to turn this one around. Stormcallers doing their best to chew through some of those units that are still up. A lot of anti-missile devices are coming down now, though. But you can see, like, if those missiles land, they start to chunk. So these are level 3 Stormcallers now on this side. Cleaning up a few more Mustangs, but that's going to be all she wrote with the tower fall. So C-Molly on the board in round 7. Into round 8, we get a late super supply, which I think is pretty bad. Barrier, I don't have any giant units, and the other two options, I can't remember them right now, but weren't very appealing. We both skip. C-Molly adding 2 more anti-missile devices and a whole squad of shields here. I'm going to go for the Goom Stomp on the center hound here. Looking to find a path through the center of the board into a tower. My opponent is starting to load up kind of onto the outsides a little bit more, so hoping to get through the middle is my next attempt here. Looking for the gut shot. I believe I'm going to unlock the War Factory here. C-Molly doing the Wasp from on the bottom right, but I did place a missile there this round, I believe, noticing that his spell did come up. There is the War Factory. Don't have enough for... Oh, I did have enough for the armor. I just didn't click it this round. I wonder what I invested in instead. Yeah, going for a mole beacon to that left side. Should have went for the armor here. I think that might have been enough to close the game out, but you'll see here too, this missile once again finds quite a few Wasps. And then it's just War Factory versus the world with the Stormcaller backup. And the War Factory just does not have enough HP yet. The Scorpions are doing pretty good damage here. And I don't have a launcher overload, so the War Factory does go down. We do get the tower eventually, but I don't know if there's enough units on board to finish this off. There's 5 Wasps as well, and we only have 2 things that shoot up that are left. Down goes one, down goes the other. The Mustangs are getting picked off, so yeah, even if we clear all of this, the Wasps are going to win this round. I think one little benefit, we did save that center bubble. Consolation prize for the round. So C-Molly taking back-to-back rounds, starting to turn the game around. This round we get the Phantom Ray, Fortress, Arclight, and Sabretooth. Phantom Ray I think is the only logical option here. Fortresses are just not going to be good into those Scorpions that are starting to get levels. I grabbed the armor onto these decently high-level Phantom Rays. My opponent's Marksman only hit for 52k, or 5.2k. So these take 3 shots to get through with the armor, and by then the Mustangs are going to be busy shooting them instead of the Wasps, which is really good for us. Them being level 3, they block 180 damage, so these Mustangs are going to be completely doing 0 damage. I move over the gut shot a little bit to be directly in front of this tower, as well as moving my Wasps with the Fortress, or the War Factory, adding the Launcher Overlord this time to help get through. I also go for the oil over here to help slow down this push and kill some of the chaff that might be streaming into my tower. Going for a little mobile beacon into the front there to get that war factory moving forward. Last second getting the range and speed enhancement. So see, these Wasps are lasting a lot longer now because the Mustangs have kind of a mixed responsibility now with the Phantom Ray. All the Wasps are down, so our main DPS source is gone. We do have a little bit of a debuff now for these Mustangs to get ticked on that fire, and some of our Stormcaller shots to do good work. This is a level 2 tower, so we have a smaller debuff time. Our War Factory gets back to work, moving towards that second tower. This Phantom Ray is our opponent's only hope, but it goes down to the Phoenix sealing the game for C-Molly. So a pretty unhinged game, I would say. I really enjoyed this one. It was just a wild game. Wasps flying around everywhere with a lot of levels. The Gutshot War Factory and then the Assault Stormcaller actually putting in a lot of work. So some of these Stormcallers, you know, this guy was doing 224,000 damage, and then our weak side Stormcaller pack was at up to 182 with almost 15k, well, 14,000 HP. Getting those numbers up there, that's quite a few sledgehammers worth of HP that the Stormcaller gets to when you take Assault Stormcaller. Man, I'm probably mixed up about 1 million unit names in this video, and I apologize for that, but I hope you enjoyed it. This was a fun one, and we'll see you on the next game. Bye for now.
We have quite the selection for you here. 2 Mechabellum videos just for you. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe and like this video. Watch out for flanks coming your way.